Guns, Germs, and Steel. The Fates of Human Societies, is a book by Jared Diamond that explores the history of human societies and why some societies have been more successful than others in terms of economic and political development. The book argues that these differences can largely be explained by environmental factors such as geography, climate, and resources. Part 1. From Eden to Cajamarca. In Part 1, Diamond argues that the differences in human societies can largely be explained by the geographic and environmental factors that shaped them. He begins by exploring the history of human evolution and argues that humans are not inherently more intelligent or capable than other animals, but rather our success as a species is due to our ability to adapt to different environments. Diamond then examines the history of human societies, focusing on the development of agriculture and the rise of complex societies. He argues that societies that had access to more domesticable plants and animals were able to develop agriculture and settle in one place, which led to the development of more complex societies. Diamond also explores the impact of geography on human societies, arguing that societies that had access to more diverse environments and resources were able to develop more complex technologies and political systems. For example, he argues that the spread of agriculture in Eurasia was facilitated by the presence of large, domesticable animals such as horses and cattle, which allowed societies to develop plows and wagons. Part 2. The rise and spread of food production. In Part 2, Diamond explores the role of germs and disease in shaping human history. He argues that societies that had more exposure to diseases were able to develop immunities and therefore had an advantage over societies that did not. For example, when Europeans arrived in the Americas, they brought with them diseases such as smallpox that wiped out much of the native population. Diamond also explores the development of writing and the impact that it had on human societies. He argues that writing allowed societies to record and transmit knowledge, which led to the development of complex political systems and the spread of ideas. Part 3. From Food to Guns, Germs, and Steel. In Part 3, Diamond explores the role of technology and warfare in shaping human history. He argues that societies that had access to better technology, such as guns and steel, were able to dominate and conquer other societies. He also argues that these technological advances were largely driven by environmental factors, such as the abundance of resources like iron and coal. Diamond also examines the impact of European colonization on the rest of the world, arguing that it was largely driven by the technological and environmental advantages that Europeans had over other societies. He suggests that the colonization of the Americas and the spread of European influence around the world was largely due to the fact that Europeans had access to better weapons and technology. Throughout the book, Diamond challenges many commonly held assumptions about human history and argues that the success of societies can be largely explained by environmental factors rather than inherent differences in intelligence or culture. He suggests that a society's success is largely determined by its ability to develop innovative technologies, build complex political systems, and maintain a stable food supply. One of the key themes of the book is the idea that the fate of human societies is largely determined by their environment. Diamond argues that societies that had access to the right combination of geographic and environmental factors were able to develop agriculture and settle in one place, which allowed them to develop more complex societies and ultimately dominate other societies. He also suggests that the development of human societies is not a linear process, but rather a complex and unpredictable one that is shaped by a variety of factors. Diamond also explores the impact of globalization on human societies, arguing that it has both positive and negative consequences. While globalization has led to the spread of ideas and technology, it has also led to the destruction of traditional cultures and the exploitation of natural resources. He suggests that in order to address these challenges, we need to develop a more sustainable and equitable global society that is based on cooperation and mutual respect. Overall, Guns, Germs, and Steel is a fascinating and thought-provoking book that challenges many commonly held assumptions about human history and the nature of human societies. It offers a compelling perspective on the factors that have shaped human history and the challenges that we face as a species in the 21st century. Diamond's writing style is engaging and accessible, making it a great read for anyone interested in history, anthropology, or the future of humanity.